Greetings, hello. This is a video referring to John Kasich in particular and his defunding of Planned Parenthood within the state of Ohio, which was a topic of discussion on CNN today, primarily because his entire time running his campaign, he's played this angle of being the moderate, being the person who is in the middle, just can be agreeable or have opinions that we can all find common ground on in a way. Again, he really attempts to represent this part of the Republican Party that just has, by standards of the progressives, common sense. And that's not to say that their other stances are not common sense. Even if I don't agree with them, they still might see it that way. That is to say, however, that his views or the way he articulates things relates more to people who are independents, people who are Democrats, just across the spectrum. And I honestly believe if they ran with him on the Republican side, Clinton and Sanders would have a very hard time beating him, just a very difficult time. I think he would be their best shot, and the fact that they can't recognize that is very telling of what we're dealing with the current electorate. Of course, not all Republicans are Trump supporters, but I digress. So, really getting into his defunding of this, there was this common lament. Oh, he did it, he did it, he did it. I had people who I personally know saying that, questioning why he would do that, because it really does damage the single angle he has relating to this. But at the same time, it's his attempt to appeal to conservatives. See, one thing about moderates, you can only stay in the middle for so long before the slippery slope just starts to crack. Meaning that you have to take a position at some point or at somewhere down the line. And he's taken positions that people, again, can agree with. If I remember correctly, his stance on the Supreme Court ruling of same-sex marriage was that he didn't agree with it, but at the same time, he would not try to do anything relating to it. He just accepted it as the law of the land, and that was the way to accept it. However, in doing this, he's trying to get the votes of the Republicans that Trump has, that Cruz and Rubio have acquired to some extent. That's not their entire base, but they take up a large bulk of the electorate, and he's trying to move up in this this season, this political saga, if you will. Ever since Bush dropped out yesterday, and he was also another candidate who was sort of moderate. It's just amazing to me that all of the people who could possibly win a general election, or who are seen rather as being the ones that have the highest probability of winning a general election, are just being booted out and being discarded and becoming afterthoughts as a result of a political party who feels that they are better off without the individuals who can win, who people believe have a significant chance. And I think I've already expressed in other videos how I feel about Trump's chances of winning, and they're not high. Cruz is kind of slippery slope. Rubio is in the middle, but Kasich is very high. And I think the longer they take to realize that, they're going to, or just the Republican Party in general, is going to lament November when that time rolls around. And him doing little stunts like this is his attempt to show them that he also has a little bit of flair to him as well. So that's my opinion. Have a good day. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.